Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently working on taking over what little remains of Africa, but the moment we die, which will be probably reasonably soon-ish, we're going to need to definitely do some work to keep it. That's okay. Now, West Ajuran we're truced with, and Ajuran we're also not truced with. There's a new guy here. Hang on a moment. We can just get this duchy. Now, that would put us in prestige debt, and prestige debt is not exactly a good place to be, so let's just do a grand tournament. That'll be absolutely fine. We've got cash for it, so why not? We'll go ahead and plan this. This will be in Kong, and we are going to put in things that we are good at, ideally. Archery, recital, and we can't actually do any more, can we? No, we can. Wait a second. Hang on. I'm going to remove these selections. How do we get rid of them? There must be a way to do this. I guess we could cancel it? Ah, there we go. Cool. So that seems fine. So wrestling, we're skill 3 in. Dueling, we're skill 3 in. And over here, we would want to have either archery or recital or horse race. We'll go with horse race. That seems fine. We're going to continue. This is going to be fairly expensive, but that's not shocking. We don't need to travel, of course. And who do we want to be our champion? I kind of don't want to have a champion. I don't know. It can be this lady, I guess. Sure, why not? And we're going to go for top accommodations and top prizes. Never mind. Second to the top prizes. It's expensive. The following special guest will not join. Okay. She would not join. That's fine. I guess we'll go for our daughter instead. Would she join? Yes, she will join. Okay, fantastic. So we're going to hop over to the tourney grounds here. We're 4 months until the wrestling begins, and our intent is to triumph. So we're going to head to the tourney grounds. We just need, we're guaranteed to qualify already, but we could, we're going to gain prestige and lose stress because we're a drunkard. Disgusting. Fantastic. Next up, we'll head to the temple, which will be in just a few days here. People are arriving and bringing us prestige, which is good. Okay, let's head into the temple. We can definitely gain some prestige here, and we indeed will. So that looks good. Next up will be the tourney grounds again. And what do we got going on here? Lose 225 gold. That's a lot of gold. I would rather not do that. And our score will increase minutely. That was actually more than minutely. Sure. Seems good. No problem whatsoever. We'll head up to the temple next. Okay. 50% chance of our score going up. It did not. That's okay. We're continuing to gain a bunch of prestige from this, and we are ready. Who is the threat here? This is no way to win. Okay, our score would increase slightly, and we would gain prestige. We'll flex for the crowd. Perfect. Does this liver look vulnerable? Let's see. Actually, yes, it does. The odds are the same here. So, liver looks vulnerable, and we did indeed win that section of the tournament. So that's great. Next up, of course, we are going to proceed. Okay, we can do this. Let's see what happens here. 70% progress to victory already. Our score would increase greatly, but let's go this direction. This is not the way to fight. Okay. Does the liver look vulnerable? Yes, indeed it does. And we lost. Okay, maybe. We maybe lost. Yes, we did. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. That is sad. We could say that he cheated and disqualified. Did he cheat? It's an act of tyranny, but it's only 3. Tyrannical disqualification doesn't really matter that much. 75 prestige. Let's do it. A fine contest. He disqualified. And let's see how this final goes. Our score could increase slightly, and that's what we're going to go with. We gain the nickname The Dirty. Okay, sure. The liver does indeed look vulnerable, and we won. Fantastic. Disqualifying that guy was the right call. That 75 prestige was prestige well spent. Excellent. So we won that. We gained 350 prestige, and we became an accomplished grappler, giving us a huge health boost. That's actually very handy. So next up, of course, is going to be the duel, and we're going to head down over here. We could support a foreign knight. That's probably fine. Yes, okay. No problem there. Next up, we'll head to the temple and see what we can get done here. Can we find one of our ancestors? 225 renown would be good, but no. We almost never succeed that roll. It must be a pretty low chance. Which is kind of odd, considering this is our location where theoretically our ancestors should be buried. But okay. I guess we have to enter the royal court. Okay, there's absolutely nothing going on in the royal court. Sounds good? So we can head to the tourney grounds here and lose some stress, or 52% chance of our score increasing moderately. And it did. Cool. This is our brother and best friend who died. Okay. So we're going to either become... Well, this is a chance of becoming melancholic. Only a 22% chance. Alternatively, ongoing heartache for literally the rest of our life. Let's roll the dice here. Only a 22% chance of a permanent bad effect. Okay, we experienced some level of catharsis, and we're going to go on a drinking binge and drop that right back down. Cool. So we are ready, and what can we do in this duel? Let's just say, are you all right? He doesn't forgive us. Okay. We must remember our training, and score should increase... Nope. Okay. We immediately lost in the duel. We've already won one, so I guess it's reasonably okay. We could disqualify him. We've already got the penalty. Done. Okay. You are indeed very perceptive. Okay, so the next bout will be against our daughter and personal champion. We could say she'll concede to her liege, but let's give it a go. What? She was cheating? Very rude. Well, she has to be disqualified. There's only one thing for it. 69% chance of our score increasing moderately, and we would gain ambidextrous. I mean, the only thing to say about that is what we are contractually obligated to say, which is nice. Okay, so that is fantastic. And let's try the final. Let's see what happens. 27% chance. Okay, we're going to assume he's bluffing. 40% chance of remembering our training working, and it didn't work. Are we going to disqualify this guy as well? Or actually this lady. We might as well, to be honest. So consider it done. We won. We won very legitimately. Extraordinarily legitimately. So that is perfect. We'll show you all how it's done. We're close to qualifying right now, but we don't actually qualify for the horse race. Our training was embarrassing. And Might has unfortunately died. Okay. That is very sad. Our score would increase greatly, but a 50% chance of us gaining superstitious. I'm actually going to take the stress loss. Okay, we're now guaranteed to qualify for the horse race. That's perfect. Let's visit the tourney grounds again and increase our score moderately again. Okay, let's see if we can win this one extraordinarily legitimately. Perfect. You'll do. Sure. So 50% chance, it's 50-50 no matter what. Okay, we'll take this. That seems fine. 11 dread and executing builders. Done. We'll take dread. Dread seems good. We could imprison this guy. Or just lose stress, and that's what we'll do. We'll lose a little bit of stress here. 30% chance, huh? Well, we're just playing the odds here, and technically the odds is hit them in the face. Although, our score... this is a risky move. We've already won 2, though, so we'll see what happens. Looks like nothing. Well, actually, our score increases greatly. It did work. Did we win? I think we did. Yeah, we won. Fantastic. That is very legitimate in all of them, but especially legitimate in the wrestling and the duel. Cool. So we won all of the tournament. That is wonderful. What a great occasion, but perhaps a few words, given we're the host. Wow, it actually worked. Okay, so that's perfect. We're going to finish the grand tournament. We got a lot of prestige out of that. That was really, really solid. I like it. Little William Marshall, huh? Do we have that already? Surely we do. Okay, so that seems absolutely fine. We can change this queen's contract, and we should probably do that. We'll just bump up her feudal taxes. We did win some prize items here. So we can equip this prize necklace, and we can also equip, well, there's this sword here. But in our trinkets, we've got this brooch, and we've got this Afar About Warfare. Technically, the brooch is better. I'm going to destroy Afar About Warfare, and probably repair this sword, and destroy this one. Okay. Something about like that. Now, we may have court artifacts as well. Prize urns. Yeah, here we go. There's actually a ton. Sure. That looks pretty decent. We'll get that displayed. And are there any events in here right now? No, there are not. So that looks good. We've got about 4,000 prestige at this point. So that means that we want to come down and attack Ogeron. 1350 for this? This is only a single sheikdom here. So conquering duchy is the way to go. It's a little cheaper. So that'll be fine. We'll raise up our forces about here. I'm not expecting a significant amount of opposition here. So let's just raise up somewhere around 5,000. That'll be more than sufficient. This is 2,000. 3,000. 4,000. And this'll do. 18 days until these guys arrive. Sounds good. They're not even raising forces. Okay. They're not even trying, it would seem. Sounds good. So we're going to hop in over here. We just inherited a modest gemstone and a brooch. Okay, sure. I'm going to station besiegers here. And the rest of our forces are going to head out. Cool. So we'll start up a slow siege here. It will be a slow siege as well. But this is absolutely fine. Yep, 2 years left here. That's going to be pretty lengthy until this gets finished. Guinea boils is being a thing. I'm wondering, is our court position on control plagues? Yes, they are. Okay, perfect. That will definitely help matters. And we're going to come in and get this last siege done. This is going to be a very swift war indeed. We're already at 87%. Wow. If they had raised forces, that would have ended it. Remarkable. 87% from that county. Yeah, showing this guy in his 70 gold. I like it. That is phenomenal. We'll group these together, although we should have a siege leader here. Summon the physician, indeed. And we'll have you in charge. Cool. The soft approach is indeed best. So we've got 5 months here and mild epidemic prevention. Excellent. So we're proceeding through this much more quickly now that our siege weapons are actually here. It's still not the fastest siege in the world, though, is it? That's for sure. We'll extort our subjects. Now, where are my loyal subjects? This is a nose for profit. That's not the normal event there. Sure. So this seems fine. We're going to do county extorted. We're not going to change the control level. Bringers of pestilence? Rude. Control growth. Sure. Perhaps our answer lies in the ancient histories. Indeed. So, out of curiosity, how long is our truce with this guy? Probably a while yet, if I had to guess. Well, we still have more of Africa to conquer, of course. It's not just this area, so that is fine. Let's wrap up this war. There we go, and we'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. This is going to be granted out, and this is also going to be granted out. Oh, it's already granted out by default. Sure, that seems fine. So, when is our truce up with West Ogeron? 3 years. So that's going to be a little while, no doubt about that. I would like to attack up over this way. Specifically, I'd like to give this guy vassalage. He would not do it. 500 of those reasons are because his realm is remote from ours. I would like to attack this guy, but we would have to do de jure duchies, and it would be 3 of them. I think we'll start here so that our realm is no longer remote from this guy. I'm also going to immediately start a sway scheme on him because we might be able to take him over without actually attacking him, which would be great. But I want to attack this jerk for right now, specifically here. So that is de jure, so it's relatively cheap. We'll drop a rally point here. We'll raise up men-at-arms. How many troops does he have? 15k? Okay, that seems reasonably fine. So we're going to raise up somewhere around there, probably around 15k levy troops. Should be reasonably fine. We have a stewardship perk available, and I got slightly distracted by that. We have more troops than we need, but that's okay. We do have a new perk available. We'll take Avaricious for right now. Cool. Yeah, this all looks fine. We're going to head in over here. Navarra wants to buy a truce for 750 gold. Now, gold isn't actually all that valuable to us in this exact moment. And I do plan on attacking Navarra within 15 years. I am going to decline that. Cool. So that seems fine. We're planning on attacking them quite soon, to be honest. So I'm going to station besiegers here. I would love to make our way down to Alexandria and catch these guys. Unfortunately, they are close to embarkation, and I'm not sure where exactly they're going to go. So I'm just going to move these guys here, and we'll stay pretty close until we see them. Only 342 units here? Wow. Okay. That's a very small amount. Cool. So this siege is over. We need to go to Alexandria at this point. That'll net us ticking war score. That was 11% up here. Alexandria is presumably a fair amount more developed. 33 and 38. Okay. So it is more developed, but it's not that much more. So it's probably going to be worth like maybe 15% would be the understanding. Now, where did their army go? Are you in other wars? He is. Populist uprising and defending against Nicaea. Fascinating. Well, we're going to be attacking Nicaea ourselves very soon. So that is reasonably fine. We're going to group these together, and then we're probably just going to continue to siege down in this area. This is fairly valuable stuff to siege, but I would like to catch his army. That said, I don't necessarily want Nicaea to continue to expand. So that's definitely a concern. Well, let's just finish up our siege on Alexandria and see where that puts us. We're going to head up into Rashid very shortly here. Okay. So 23%. Now, we are taking attrition here, which is not surprising in the slightest. We do have ticking war score at this point, and this guy wants to give us famed armor. Sure, we'll take famed armor. So we have this masterwork armor right now. Number of knights +1. I guess we'll equip that. It's not a huge upgrade over what we already have, but it's okay. It's absolutely okay. So we definitely do want to continue to siege here. We probably just want to head over to... Oh, hello. That's their army. I'm going to station our besiegers here, and we're going to head off and look to fight them before we take too much attrition. Now, they are currently leaving here immediately. I want these guys to head down to Giza. We're not going to catch them here, so we're going to have to turn around and come back over this way. We're not going to be permissive to Michael here. We are going to tell him that he is humiliated. Okay, so they came back over this way. This is actually even worse for them. They should not be here. And they clearly know that. They're running away at this point. I don't know what their goal was here. This is a better place for them to be. Oh, this guy died? Okay, sure. We should probably make sure that we are swaying his... Yeah, showing the king. Good effort. We should make sure that we're swaying his successor. And this may end the war here, depending on how much we actually get done there. It did not, but that's fine. We're going to walk down this way. It's going to be a fair amount of attrition, but that's fine. Now, we do have a dangerous faction here. And what faction is that? Peasants? Okay. Not too concerned about peasants right now. Let's just group our armies together. We do need a tax collector, which will be this guy. And Cairo might well end this war at this point. All of these have been 11.9. That'll get us really close. And I see they're coming back over this way. So we can definitely get more battle war score. So let's get Cairo finished up. 92? Sure. We're going to head back to Alexandria and look to give battle over here. Our attrition is not great. There's no doubt about that. I want to end this war immediately. A golden child, huh? Where did our daughter get 225 gold? We'll take it. But that's sus. I'm not sure what's going on with that. So this war is over, and we are going to immediately disband our troops. We're going to grant these titles out. We're at 9 of 9, so that's definitely intriguing. Okay, so now the question is, what does this guy think? Well, his realm is still considered remote from ours, so we'll give it a moment. What are you thinking now? We're of a different faith, so 120 reasons there. Cultural acceptance, minus 20. Okay. He is encircled by his realm. We are his rightful liege. So there's all of that. His opinion of us is what at this moment? Minus 6? Okay, so we would be able to swing that by about 30. Nah, we're going to have to conquer this guy. That is fine. I was hoping that that wouldn't be a thing. Someone is attempting to murder us with a 40% success chance. That's rude. That's very rude indeed. But whatever. I guess it's fine. So we're going to have to continue to fight up over this way, right? For sure. I do want to attack this guy. So we're going to do a de jure claim here. We're going to raise up only our men-at-arms here. We definitely don't need anything else. And we're going to walk in over here as soon as they arrive. They actually hired a holy order. We should probably bring in a few extra. So we'll raise up a small amount of levy troops. Okay. Somewhere around... why would we need their help when we have serfs? Okay. Somewhere around here. So we're going to bring them in. Cool. That should be plenty of power. We should have no problem here, especially with them abandoning their strong point. This is a mistake. They should not do this. I don't know why they thought this was a good idea. We would have won this even without our men-at-arms. Or rather, even without our levies. Our men-at-arms were kind of necessary. But, yeah, that did not go well for them at all. Ah, peasants. Okay, we'll get to you in a moment. Okay, so we're going to siege this. I want to come up this way. Now, peasants. That's a decent amount of peasants, but this isn't really a problem. We're going to raise up forces here. We've got plenty to attack with. We'll just do something like this, and we're going to go in here, here, here. Like that. And we may end the war before then. We'll see. We just inherited the county of Gamo, which we don't really want to hold. We do want to hold a thing, but not that thing. Specifically, the thing that I want to hold is this. So we're going to revoke a title from you. There we go. And we will construct in Bandama. Now, there are probably other constructions that we can do. Like, for example, in Boron, we can't do that while it's under siege, unfortunately. I would very much like to work through some of these upgrades. The Iron Champion has become idle. What is the Iron Champion? I mean, obviously it's an acclaimed knight, but what does he do? That's the Scorpion of Kong North. Tactician and Huntsmaster. We must have inherited him. I'm going to destroy that. We want Bearer of the Emperor's Mace and Most Expert of the Mel Spears, and we should probably consider restoring them if we can. We cannot. Okay. That's reasonably fine. So, up over this way, this siege is going to be done very shortly, it looks like. 20 days. Yeah, these guys are retreating up over here. This is pretty irrelevant. Looks good. We're wrapping up this peasant fight. Perfect. This war is now over. We'll enforce those demands. And now all we need to do is eliminate this unit of peasants. We can sell trivial titles, which I guess we should. 450 gold is actually fine. Yeah, that's okay. A soft approach is indeed best. Do no more than what is necessary. Hopefully we'll... Okay, we're a little brightened from our gout at this point. A true and loyal vassal indeed. And success on the early prevention. Looks very, very good. And of course, we're going to eliminate these peasants without any problem. Cool. So we're going to enforce those demands and disband our troops. Excellent. So that looks phenomenal. We're certainly going to continue to make progress on conquering Africa. It's going to take a little bit longer, but that's okay. We'll need to attack Tunis. We'll need to attack Zanzibar at this point. Sardinia and Corsica, Maghreb, West Ajuran, Dabid here, and Nicaea. All of these need to have attacks on them to control all of Africa, but we're extremely close at this point. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Atala, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.